Good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences for a new week, Sunday, the 13th of September, 2020. Well, my candle flame is jumping all over the place, so that must mean that something's either trying to get our attention here today, or it could be a bunch of raw emotion. And given what's going on here in our state in Oregon, well, all along the West Coast, um, I'm sure there's lots of raw emotion happening, so it's probably reflecting that today. If this is a 4 energy, it's a 13th, so it's a 4 energy today. If living on the West Coast, in particular at areas recovering from the recent hurricane, because I guess Lake Charles isn't getting any attention at all from anyone. They've still got no power, nothing. It's a mess, and nobody's going there. They're saying that even FEMA's not in there, which is so strange. Anyway, practical concerns are in focus today, as are establishing a secure foundation. Provide assistance to anyone you can today, if at all possible. If you're on a life path of 4, it describes an individual who is reliant, patient, and committed to hard work, which is probably what it's going to take right now to get people, you know, okay again, I suppose you could say. Uh, we have Uruz as our rune for today. It's the second rune of the Elder Futhark. It means the oryx. That's the key word for it. It's the water element. It's a primal forming essence. When I keep talking about drizzle, that was actually coined, I believe, by Edred Thorson. I finally found that where I saw that, and it was in a book on the Younger Futhark, actually. But Uruz is in the Younger Futhark as well. But it means health, endurance, healing, strength. But it's the energy, or it's the force behind the manifestation of matter. So the source energy that basically is the force behind everything. So today, new thought patterns form as perceptions continue to shift. Health issues continue, as especially surrounding the fire, as not just the virus, but the virus has not been contained, and wildfires are continuing to burn. So, health issues there. But we have the opportunity now, with the influence of Uruz, to arrive at a unified understanding of what's at stake. Alignment and shared understanding and truth promise a better outcome than dissension and denial will surely create. Uh, I think that we still have a situation where there's a lot of consternation and conflict between people. There's a lot of deception out of the federal government, and so I think that going forward, and I don't know why crisis always does this for people, but it seems to. But the more crisis you have, the more ability you have to manifest something new. A lot of things that are wrong get brought out, brought to the surface for everyone to see in the middle of a crisis. And so, even if you're just looking at what's happening in Lake Charles right now, it's a mess, and nobody's paying attention. No one. So, pay attention. Federal government, do your job. But they won't. So, maybe they will this week. It's been a couple of weeks since this happened. Yeah, they're a little behind the times there, forgetting their purpose once again. The moon is transiting into Leo from Cancer here in the next 45 minutes or so at 8:33 a.m. my time. Lighten up today and be the focus of fun in your life if you can. Obviously, your circumstances are going to dictate some of that, but arrange an online party with others and spend that time bringing joy to them. Let's let go of any impatience you might be experiencing today. That's the moon square Mars. Anytime you get Mars and the moon together, if it's not in a positive type of an aspect, then there's a little bit of struggle between will and emotions, and that's what you've got today. Know that your relationships with others soothe both your psyche and soul. That's the moon square Juno. So focus on your relationships and try to avoid any conflict with anybody today. Just find a positive way through and kind of stay there if you can. The active channels today that are awareness, open, and curiosity in the human design chart. Today, the direct approach is best, even if it seems risky or superficial to do so. But harmony with all is possible today, even with individuals engaging in oppressive behavior. However, maintain your standard of honesty and realism to avoid giving yourself away to others who have only their own interests at heart. That said, if the situation becomes dicey and anxiety results, take a step back if it appears that your position shifts from strength to one that is less so. Use informal channels to gain clarity if necessary, but again, remain true to your principles. It's you try to get along just to keep the stress down, even with people that you're not particularly comfortable with, or if they're actually exerting some pressure on you that's not realistic or fair. um, but if you can't keep the conversation going and open with them, I don't know how you get through it if there's not some other external influence that can put a halt to it. At some point you have to figure out a way through the mess, and sometimes you can't just simply move around it. You have to actually go through it, and today might be a day where that's the case. uh, so I don't know. Just do the best you can in that regard. But whatever you do, don't give yourself away. Don't give your dignity away. Don't give your honor away. Don't give your integrity away to anyone. Not to anyone. Not to get something, not to make something stuff. Just don't do that. Find a way through it if you can. But otherwise, just understand that there just may be nothing there that at least at this point, that you can't really affect any change that way. And you don't want to you don't want to give yourself away in the process, not ever. And make it seem like you're on the side of something that you're not, just in order to get through. So in any event, I guess that's it. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, I've already sent it out, but I post it on the Stepping Aside's Facebook page, so you can take a look at it there. And also it goes out on Twitter. It's already done that. So check it out. And, if you want to get that in your inbox on Sundays, all you have to do is go over to the blog at imsteppingaside.com, and up there on the side panel toward the top, under the disclaimers, is a newsletter sign up. And all you have to do is put your email in there, and it goes to my newsletter software, and then I send them out on Sundays, and I've already done that today. And if you had already signed up, then you'll get it in your inbox if you haven't gotten it already. But if you want to get it the whole week ahead of time, you can follow along that way on the video, because I hope you come and watch the video too. So anyway, it's always nice I always like to have stuff like that so I can refer back and say, okay, especially if something odd happens, I'll go back and I'll look at the horoscope and say, okay, what was that? What was this? Did it say something that I forgot about, or whatever? Sort of clarify things. But I don't know. It's always nice to do. But anyhow, I guess that's it. This will be written up and put up on the blog here shortly, and also with a geomancy reading at the bottom of it. So look for that. And tomorrow we'll start again with Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. I do that Monday through Thursday, so look for that as well. Both of the videos will go up on the side panel and of the blog over there at imsteppingaside.com. So I guess that's it. Have an awakened day. I'm not saying have a good day or anything. Have an awakened day, because I think that's really where we are now and where we need to be. So anyway, wear a mask if you go out, especially if you're in smoky areas and you're around anyone at all due to the virus. Whether you're inside or out, have one on. And if you're going to wear just a face shield, then stay home. Just stay home. Put a mask on underneath it. The face shield's just to guard splatter from getting in your eyes and on your face. It's not meant to keep you or anyone else safe from the virus. It's not going to do that at all. Not by itself. So just stay home. Don't stress other people out by walking around a grocery store like we saw this weekend. Some lady walking around with just that, just happy as a clam, thinking she's doing just fine. She's not, but whatever. We just stayed away from her, so she was in housewares. We were over in groceries, so but we came in that way, and I had to get some mascara, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.